This podcast is a part of the PodMania Podcasting Network. Check out podmania.co.uk to check out more of our great podcasts, features, reviews, match ratings and previews spanning the crazy and diverse world of professional wrestling.
You're listening to the PodMania Pro Wrestling Podcast, a sample of the best pro wrestling podcasts we can produce on our tiny budget. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, CastBox, and all other podcast platforms. If it's wrestling you want, check out more of our great content at podmania.co.uk. Let's do this.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the PodMania Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Goodwin, and I am joined by Chris O'Brien, famous YouTube personality, Chris O'Brien. Chris, how are you?
You joke about, you keep saying like I'm the one who plugs my videos.
Mm-hmm.
When in reality, I just go, oh, I elaborated on this point in my videos. You're the one who keeps bringing it up.
I do not think your videos are bad. I think your videos are good. That's why I keep bringing them up.
They're really good. Lots of people watch them. How's your articles doing?
Superb, thank you. Absolutely superb.
Halloween Havoc 1995.
Correct, yes. Halloween Havoc 1995, the pay-per-view debut of The Yeti, where, according to Meltzer, he just bumfucks Hogan, which is possibly the best piece of journalistic writing I've ever seen. There's not a great deal good that is happening in 1995 from either WWF or WCW, in truth.
It's kind of what I love about, like, the difference between the contents we make outside of the podcast is that all of my stuff is basically just stuff I'm naturally watching. Like, aside from my 2000 project, it's just stuff I'm naturally watching. Whereas you're going out your way to go, how bad is actually his best? Like, I'm using my channel as an outlet to discuss things that I'd be watching anyway. You're like, I'm going to torture myself.
Well, to be fair, you say that. For those who don't know, I'm going through the Attitude Era, doing the Monday Night Wars. So I've started in 1995, obviously. I'm currently in November of 1995. And the main event of Raw this week was Bret Hart and Akushi in a tag team. And you think, oh, fucking get in. Against Jerry Lawler and Isaac Yankem, which is, it's about as 1995 as you can possibly get.
You could be more 1995 if you were off your tits, Glastonbury listening to Oasis.
That is true. You're wearing a massive trench coat.
Saying shine like shine.
Shine! Absolutely. But yeah, there's lots of good things coming out in the PodMania-verse at the moment. We've got a brand new Ring of Honor podcast, which you are hosting, Chris.
Yes, bad idea.
It's called the Pure Spective Podcast. It comes out every Tuesday at 8 o'clock British Standard Time. And we just go through the weekly TV show. We'll be doing pay-per-views week by week and all that kind of stuff. So go and check that out. We did the pilot episode, so that is currently out. Go and check that out. And we'll be back, obviously, like I say, every Tuesday at 8 o'clock British Standard Time. On Monday, we'll be dropping PodMania Underground, where me and Chris go through chronologically every episode of Lucha Underground, watching it live for your listening pleasure.
It's not a case of we were separated from our mother at birth, found ourselves each other 20 minutes later, and then embarked to find our mother and destroy the evil Dr. Robotnik. If I was a Sonic Underground reference.
It was niche, I'll give you that.
Have you ever watched Sonic Underground?
I haven't watched Sonic Underground.
The Sonic cartoons are fucking weird, and I grew up on basically all of them.
And then on Tuesday, the 15th, I believe, Tuesday the 15th of June, we'll be releasing a new episode of the Stardom Cast to go over the latest Korakuen Hall show from the 8th of June, and to go through the rescheduled Tokyo Dream Cinderella Special Edition show. Main evented by Utami versus Syuri. So keep your eyes out for that.
That's on Saturday, right?
That is on Saturday, the 12th of July.
Is it going to be on Saturday? Is it going to be on Samurai?
Yes, it is.
Fucking get in. Fuck you, paying Stardom £50.
Yes, it should be airing on Samurai. I've had it on good authority that it is. So
I will double check that tomorrow and then buy my pass.
But this is obviously the PodMania podcast. We are going to have a look at the wheel of matches, and we're going to have the wheel throw up 2 matches to actually watch. Now, last week we had one in the bank, and it wasn't actually from the wheel. So we watched Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kazuchika Okada from the G1 Climax 25. And we also watched the blindfold match from Lockdown 2007.
Once again, the difference between our content creation style, I'm wanting to spread the good stuff, where you're like, I want to torture myself.
Absolutely. And I think that's the best way to do it.
The eternal sub Rob Goodwin.
Just to tell you, obviously 15 matches on the wheel. We'll pick 2. The 2 that have been added to replenish our list. I chose, in the vein of G1 Climax 25, I chose the final from that year, Shinsuke Nakamura versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. Chris, do you remember what you went with?
Shingo versus Bryan Danielson at Dragon Gate USA.
Which I'm extremely excited about. Obviously, Shingo, the new IWGP World Heavyweight Champion.
Oh, you mean that belt that only had 2 champions and means nothing?
It has a lineage, Chris, okay?
Yeah, it has 2 whole champions.
It has 2 champions. Ibushi, which lost it on its first defense, and then Ospreay about to vacate it.
Before he could... Did he even defend it?
No, he did not.
No, yeah. Fucking, it feels like a belt of Naoki Bucks.
Okada in his pre-match interview before Dominion said it feels like a cursed belt, and he could not be more right.
It is. And fucking... who cares? There's no, big you're not joining a massive list of names. You're joining Kota Ibushi and Billy the Idiot.
Billy the Idiot. Right, Chris, shall we get on and find our first match for our watch along? The wheel starts. What's it going to end on?
Oh. Where did that land?
Oh! We almost had Joshi. We almost had one of the best recent Joshi matches in Arisa Hoshiki versus Jungle Kiona from Stardom X Stardom. But instead, in possibly the most diametrically opposite type of match, we've got Cactus Jack versus Terry Funk from IWA King of the Deathmatch.
This isn't even Terry Funk's best deathmatch.
No, but I am quite excited about this, just to watch these 2 fuck each other up.
Yeah, I think I'd prefer Cactus. Just every few minutes, fucking hell.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Fucking hell. Shit. Right. Anyway, so that is our first match. Let's find out what our second is going to be this week. And we have Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell 2015. A really, really good match, Chris.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since 2015.
I haven't seen it since... Bloody hell, is it 2015? I don't think I've seen it since 2015. Jesus.
2015 was just as I was getting out of WWE.
Wasn't this match's fault, hopefully?
No, what was it? Oh yeah, it was The Rock turning up and just randomly beating up Rusev.
Yeah, and obviously he'd taken Punk's title the year before as well.
Actually, that was 2 years, but I still wasn't over it. So.
Still weren't over it. Right, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to this, I'm sure you're familiar with it. You will hear a sound effect, and by the magic of podcast editing, we will be back straight after that with our 2 matches lined up. Unfortunately, we are going to be using the network for Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker, but we'll post the link to the Cactus Jack and Terry Funk match in the podcast description so you can watch it along with us. But until then, I'll talk to you guys in a moment. And we're back. So we are going to start with Hell in a Cell 2015, the match between Brock Lesnar and The Undertaker. The last installment of their feud.
Yeah, I don't think we didn't even wrestle in Saudi, did we?
No, they haven't even wrestled in Saudi, which is depressing. Other matches on this card, of course, are champion Seth Rollins taking on young upstart Kane.
In his last televised title defense before getting injured.
Before blowing his knee out against Kane.
Charlotte versus Nikki Bella, which is probably one of Nikki Bella's better matches.
It's not hard.
New Day versus the Dudley Boys, because anyone remember that last Dudley Boys run?
Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt in Bray Wyatt's latest chapter of Who the Fuck Can Bury Me Next.
It was a good match, and this is a decent... He was never going to win this fucking feud, Robert. He's a heel.
Yeah, that's fine, Chris, and I perfectly understand that. However, when he doesn't win fucking anything...
Okay, but like it's Roman. Like, this isn't like when he lost to fucking Jericho.
Or Cena. Or Brock.
He was never going to beat... He never even faced Brock. Calm down.
He did.
You know he didn't.
Well, no, he didn't. Not properly, anyway.
Harper faced Brock.
Yeah, it was supposed to be Bray. Anyway, let's do it. The Undertaker, of course.
Right, we get it. Your favourite wrestler didn't get booked very well. No one cares. The Fiend sucks. Let's move on.
Finn Balor.
Right, calm the fuck down.
Right, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get your WWE Network up, or your Peacock subscription, because it is on Peacock, you can currently watch all of the Hell in a Cells, apparently, if you so choose. Can't see why you would. Yeah, apparently, every single one is on the free version as well, so have fun. The free version, every Hell in a Cell. Anyway, so if you want to either go to the little jump to function that you get on the WWE Network, I don't know how Peacock works. It's 2 hours, 17 minutes, and 5 seconds.
Well, Peacock tends to work by when we want to attract a mate, babe.
Are you really talking me through the fucking biology of a peacock?
I mean, it's about to make a Dalton Castle joke.
This is a wrestling podcast. Why would you not assume I'd want the Dalton Castle reference?
To be honest, it's the same joke. I just replaced an actual peacock with Dalton Castle. When Dalton Castle wants to attract the boys.
Oh, God. Right. Anyway. 3, 2, 1. Play.
Wow. Here comes the pain.
Oh, yeah. Have we got that from Michael? No,
we don't get that from Michael. It's a Taz thing. When he comes out with Michael, it's like, it's beast time. Here's the thing. I wish every time Lesnar came out, Taz would just run, steal someone's microphone, going, well, here comes the pain, and then run off. There's something about Heyman where he just adds by just waddling behind whoever his client is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Pyro in the WWE.
I mean, it's Lesnar. He probably forced it.
That's true.
He probably brought his own pyro.
Probably brought his own pyro.
See, the thing is about Lesnar, no one ever discusses him in the conversation of worst tattoos.
They do. Do.
He doesn't have a good tattoo on his body.
I mean, the sword is well done. As an actual, image, it's well done. It's just a shit tattoo.
Yeah, it's like how no one would talk about Cody's tattoo half as much as they do if it was, on his arm or something.
Yeah, exactly. Did Brock forget where the door was?
He's not known for his intelligence.
Apparently not.
Oh, right, this is when they were working with that scam charity.
Like a caged animal. In a cage.
Season G Coleman is a scam, just put the front out there.
I love the fact that I didn't react to it the first time, so you just had to make sure that I heard it.
Yeah. 2K16.
2K16.
It's funny, my brother weirdly ended up buying me a PS4. It's weird, because none of my family are ever nice to me, but he bought me a fucking PS4. It's a weird moment.
Why?
So, I don't remember. He just did. I think he found it really cheap and didn't want it.
decorated combat athlete of all time.
But anyway, 2K16 was the first game I got on it, and it was great. I poured so many hours into Universe mode.
So easy to do.
Yeah. And then I discovered Fire Pro.
Just that one sound.
I don't know, a lot of your love of Undertaker has left since we've let him talk.
Yeah. Nah, I get that.
He's just coming out going, fucking hell, Seth Rollins doesn't have a gun. Straight back. I still can't get over that fucking idiot on YouTube going, people saying Kenny Omega's better than Randy Orton proves the Undertaker was right about entitlement in wrestling.
Fucking idiot. Such clickbait, it's unreal.
He has 200,000 fucking subscribers.
Are you jealous?
Here's the thing, no, because I know I make better shit.
Wow.
The people who watch my videos actually like my videos. And the people who watch my videos are smarter than the people who watch his videos.
Chris O'Brien marks are smarter than your average mark.
Yeah. Your marks, your good marks. Remember that phase he went through where he wore like a hat that was way too tight for him? So he had a line.
Hat hair.
No, it wasn't hat hair. It was like there was like literally a line across his forehead.
You don't get this anymore, do you? You don't get an entrance. Well, not in WWE certainly. We don't get an entrance that elicits this sort of reaction, and not just because of his very lengthy tenure, but every single theme tune seems to sound the same. And
Down.
Yeah, it's all so homogenized, and all the stages are the same.
Have you ever been to a line? To be fair, the stages are all the same at this point. Right?
Yeah, I know, but you've got fire coming up. You've got the purple lighting.
Do you really want a different stage? They're in the fucking one same position every week now because they can't.
Well, yeah, COVID, fair enough, but even before that. Oh,
yeah,
look, we've given Seth a Titantron that's just flames.
No, now he's Jesus or something.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. I think the worst thing for me was when he started doing the Shawn Michaels tuning up the band, but to burn it down, it's like, oh my God.
I mean, Seth, he's fake to his car.
Has he got the line?
Oh, he does have the line.
He does have the line.
Not that kind of line, ladies and gentlemen. He's more. Have you heard the story from Kevin Nash, where the main? It's so pronounced. Buy a bigger hat. The story from Kevin Nash, where the main. Oh, he's gonna close the door, isn't he? He's gonna close the door, and Lesnar's gonna shit himself. Ooh.
Oh, that didn't work. It bounced.
No, he closed it a bit too aggressively. Like, come on, Mark.
Oh, God, the hat line is atrocious.
It's not just that line. The eyeliner's not very well applied either. Like, he looks like he's in a last-ditch effort to save a relationship.
His guy liner.
Yeah. Like, I love a bit of guy liner. Just Undertaker hasn't done it very well. You done it now.
You've got him made.
Look at that bit of sweat coming off of Lesnar's brow.
Is it sweat or is it tears?
It was coming from his brow, Robert. Who cries from their brow?
I cry all the time from my brow.
From your brow?
Lesnar's got such a square head.
He looks like a Lego man.
He does look like a Lego man.
I shouldn't say that. Lego man have very circular heads. It's like the one circular part of the Lego. Fun fact, it's their second Hell in a Cell match.
It is. Unforgiven 2002 was their first.
No, it's No Mercy.
I thought it was Unforgiven.
No Mercy. We literally reviewed the show.
Was that the cage match?
Yeah.
What was Unforgiven then? Was that our Last Man Standing?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. They were both very, very good matches.
The Unforgiven match is forgettable. Actually, they're both fairly forgettable.
No, the cage match was decent.
Okay, no, it was good. It was really good, but it's on the same show as Edge.
Oh, the SmackDown tag match.
Yeah, Edge, Mysterio, Angle, Benoit.
That is an outstanding match, to be fair.
You know what I like about the way Lesnar looks? He very clearly works out, but not to the point of toning abs. It's I could look amazing if I tried that.
Like he used to.
No, it's a great look for a heel. He moves it's so weird having someone like Lesnar who moves very snugly, and then Undertaker, who's the most pro wrestling thing since Hulk Hogan.
In my opinion, it makes Brock so much more of a threat that he can move as quickly as he does. Because sometimes you forget how quick he is.
Yeah, and problem is he doesn't use his quickness as his main. Take someone like Jeff Cobb a few years ago, where that was his main thing, but it kind of came out of a detriment of him seeming like a monster. Whereas Lesnar, it's kind of it's a bit like Shingo, where his speed isn't his main attribute; it just happens to be part of his repertoire.
Shingo, who is pretty much single-handedly trying his best to keep New Japan afloat.
You say that they're not turning massive profits, but just shit.
Yeah, I mean, in-ring product-wise.
And the fucking marks gulp it down, so who are we to say anything?
Yeah, true.
I clearly don't know anything about wrestling. I barely watch the stuff.
You done it now.
The start of a Hell in a Cell match is always hard to nail because you can't. What are you going to do? Fucking grapple?
Was it Bobby Lashley who came through the side of the cage?
Yeah, but that wasn't Hell in a Cell.
No, that was brilliant.
Is Hell in a Cell the next pay-per-view?
Yes, it is.
Huh. Isn't that normally in October?
Yes. Is there Halloween pay-per-view in June?
Okay, I guess we're doing Halloween Havoc.
Well,
I miss the days where WWE pay-per-views weren't themed. I like that. And then you had cool names like Judgment Day, Armageddon.
Yeah. I mean, Lesnar's already bleeding. Already.
You know what I love? He never blades because it's against the rules. So he just
bleeds hard way on purpose.
Have you seen Masaki Maya and Nakajima versus Segura and Sakuraba?
I haven't, no.
That match ends with headbutt knockout.
Oh god!
In a figure of four. A lot of people, Noah fans, think it's match of the year, and honestly, if you're a Noah fan, I can see that. But also, I think it was a bit bloated, to be honest. There was a good 10 minutes you could have trimmed for that match, and it would had the same effect. It just had one of the better endings of the year. God, when he bleeds, he gushes.
He does. Well, he bled buckets in that match at No Mercy.
Yeah, he's
he really bled in that match.
It's like my teenage bedroom, Jesus. It helps that he's blonde, so it really stands out. It's the same reason.
It's the flair thing. Yeah, I was just gonna say Hogan always looked good as well when he bled.
Did you see the blade job Kyle Kiyomiya did against his match with Nasawa?
No, I didn't.
It was disgusting. It was disgusting, but also was attached to a very piss poor match because it's Nasawa.
Well, who was it? Was it Eddie Guerrero who bladed and accidentally cut an artery?
Yeah, that was Eddie. I think it was in the JBL match.
It was. Jesus Christ, pissing everywhere.
You know who can really bleed?
No, go on.
Vince.
Oh, Vince, yeah. That match with Hogan is actually really quite good.
It's a very entertaining match. It's not a technically good match.
Well, no, none of his matches are technically good.
Imagine if it was exactly.
Fuck off!
They have a doctor in the cell.
This is Hell in a Cell, but we need someone to clean up the blood. Fuck's sake.
I'm surprised Lesnar didn't clock him. So what's your favourite Brock Lesnar match?
Ooh.
See, for me, there's only like 5 correct answers.
Well,
like in his
there's
whole career.
there's the 2 very distinct eras of Brock Lesnar, isn't there?
You mean 2002 and then 2012 onwards?
Yeah. But
I mean, yeah.
What I mean by that is there's 2, in my opinion.
Okay, post-return.
Post-return, his match with Cena at Extreme Rules is pretty good.
It's very good. The only problem with that is that I
Cena
think
won.
No, that's not even my main problem, because it was basically a no-keyism, Rob.
It was bollocks, is what it was. You debut a brand new heel and then have him lose on his first.
What would you rather have happened? Have Cena beat him or have Triple H be his first loss?
I'd rather, if you're going to debut him, have Lesnar have what happened at SummerSlam.
Okay, but like, stop thinking that WWE works logically. That was the 2 ways it was going to go. So who would you rather beat Lesnar first, Cena or Triple H?
We would do far less damage. Any sheen that you have got on this brand new heel, this dominant heel that's come back.
That.
He's just come back from the UFC.
He's done grand, hasn't he? He's not exactly
done fine.
Done by.
It's just a one of
I just think the
many
result is
ridiculous WWE booking decisions.
I think the result is a bit of overstated. My one problem is the Cena one, when they come out of nowhere, he didn't really have that climb. That being said, it's still really good.
It is really good.
For me, it's between his Punk match,
SummerSlam, that was the other option I had.
Bryan match,
Survivor Series, very, very good match.
or his AJ match.
Survivor Series, yeah.
Or maybe his Balor match. I know like Joseph Montecillo thinks that's perfect.
The one at the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like about that is because I wanted it just to go a little bit longer, and that's just for my personal enjoyment. But otherwise, yeah, it was a very, very good match. Fuck you,
Right at the Turk and That's not a throat thing. Why am I saying that?
No, I was just going to say that's a stomach thing. When did The Undertaker start bleeding?
It happens when you reach 14 years. No. Seriously, I used to be so like enthralled by The Undertaker. Like the image of him with a world title, like the big gold, is like one of my favorite images in wrestling. Before he opened his fucking mouth. Why?
That's why he always had a manager. He was so much better with Bearer.
Yeah, no, but here's the thing. I'm completely fine with wrestlers not completely adhering to kayfabe. Like, did you see that thing the other week where someone who wasn't MJF or Jericho posted a picture of MJF and Jericho discussing Stadium Stampede? And, like, people went fucking mad over it going, we should keep kayfabe alive. I'm like, as long as you're not breaking character on TV, I don't give a fuck. Like, if you genuinely care that much, don't follow wrestlers on social media, then not... unless it's their choice, like MGF does, they are not designed to be in character the whole time. Imagine how fucking exhausting that would be. But, like, in the Undertaker's case, he should have just always not talked. And, like, when he did Talking Heads, someone probably should have went, hey man, you should probably take off that thin blue line t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like, I was amazed when people were surprised, because I watched that team, and like no one once said, "Oh, he's wearing a thin blue line t-shirt." Like that didn't at all raise any red flags for anyone. Also, he's a man in his 50s wearing leather pants.
Just he's trying to do a little... to himself.
This concept. That's just all that goes through Lesnar's head.
Just his theme song.
Yeah, it's just like right now. It's like ding, 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 ding. Do you remember the? Have you heard the stories about why Undertaker doesn't like Cowboy Bob Orton?
The hepatitis story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, to be fair, if you were going to bleed, why wouldn't you disclose that?
Yeah, I don't understand why he didn't disclose it either.
Yeah, like, I get why he was there, because, you know, Randy's whole I'm a third-generation superstar thing, it makes for a good heel thing. fucking whatever. But
Watch this again. Oh my goodness.
but when is a good point to bring that up? But it's like, hey man, I might bleed. I super have hepatitis. I was a real slut back in the day.
That was really good near fall.
It was a real good near for bloods in the sweat.
No, they've just cleaned him, that's why.
And did Undertaker ever have a full beard? Or has he always been goatee?
I don't think he's ever had a full-on beard now.
No. Would that be weird?
Homeless Undertaker, possibly.
Homeless Undertaker. You done it now. You went and forgot to pay.
Oh my
your
god.
rent.
Those
They weigh
steps weigh 400
£400. I like how that was said once on commentary in 2011 and no one's ever let it go.
No one has ever let it go. It was a stupid thing to say.
Wasn't it Booker T who said it too?
Something, I think it was,
Well,
yeah.
that's not even in the top 10 worst things he said on commentary.
The echo of those stairs then.
There's Run and SmackDown, I think, where Alicia Fox kept getting into different tag teams. And he was like, he was with she was with Natalia, and they kept changing the name every week, something like that. And she's like, "Oh, what we call this week? Salt and cracked black pepper." And it's like, fucking hell, Booker, chill.
Booker T having zero chill.
Yeah. Have you seen the video? So, like, him and Nash did commentary for a bit. And
Oh yeah.
there's this amazing moment where they did a run-in because it was a main event mafia thing, but they got microphones and commentated
Yes,
the run-in.
absolutely. Oh, Booker's gonna kick him. Booker's gonna kick him again. Oh, look at that. Yeah, it was amazing.
And there was like he's fucking weird. He's fucking in a different plane of dimension, Booker, as well. There's this there was a spell where he spoke with a Jamaican accent to try and get over how good at acting he was because he was in fucking Universal Studios.
I would love him to be commentating on WWE at the moment. Just because at least he offers something different.
Yeah, I'd rather, I don't care who commentates in WWE.
Oh, fucking hell, did that land on his head?
I'll say that. WWE main roster right now is 2 of my top 10 matches of the year. Which is weird.
I imagine one is Reigns Cesaro.
Yeah, Reigns Cesaro, and then Reigns, Bryan, Edge.
Yeah.
And then Reigns and Bryan matches are on the precipice as well. But it's not, for a cherry picker like me, it's not been a bad year for main roster. And I'm pretty sure if you watch main roster every week because you don't like yourself or something, seek help. It's dire because it's always dire. It's never not been dire. A few idiots in the 90s thought it was good, and then we've been saying it's been iconic ever since. Shades of SummerSlam! Have you ever seen that SummerSlam match?
I have.
It's weird, isn't it?
It
It's
is weird.
It's just a normal match, and then they're laughing at each other. See, don't wear leather pants, because the water just stays on the leather pants. Why is he... has anyone ever looked cool in leather pants? Name one person who's looked cool in leather pants.
Can't think of anyone in leather pants at the moment. You put me on the spot.
Ross from Friends. They're not coming... They're not coming
They've
off.
made a paste.
Ross come out and he's just holding it.
I'm going to go.
Ross was genuinely an awful person, but
They all were. They were all horrible people.
Phoebe.
Oh, yeah, apart from Phoebe, maybe.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. The worst thing Chandler did was, he was snarky and got drunk a few times.
Slept with his mate's girlfriend.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Joey is a womanizer.
Yep.
Actually, Monica's not a bad person. She just clearly has a mental illness.
Oh, yeah, massively.
So Yeah, other than that, Rachel sucks. Ross
Yep.
sucks. Who's the other one? Who am I forgetting?
No, you've said everyone.
Oh, look at he's exposed those boards there, John.
John Partner.
Paul Heyman yelling "Take him" to Brock Lesnar in reference to the Undertaker is the sexiest thing. Oh, chokes on the
very
boards.
different definitions of sexy.
Oh God.
To be fair, no board spot really does it for me after I saw Kenny Omega eat shit off of a Phoenix
and
Splash.
was that All Japan match? Or was
No,
it
that was
DDT?
that was AEW.
Where was that? Oh, yes, I know what you mean.
Match.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
A match you seem to hate.
I don't hate it. It just went on far too long.
You're a New Japan. You were a New Japan fan for years, Robert.
Indeed, it is awesome. To have the privilege to sit here and
It's awesome. Why are there so many holes in the cage?
Okay, so there's two. So there's two explanations. One for the cameras to stick through, but we don't really have cameras outside. But also, they use the same cage, and they're for people to climb up.
Yeah.
Emerald Flosion? No. That would be too cool. We've been shit talking this whole match, but it's actually not bad.
It is a good match.
the dead man has done it again. No, he hasn't. Lesnar.
The expression.
Lesnar's risen. Oh my God.
It's not quite the Shawn Michaels expression, but it's still the expression.
The Phenom can't believe it. I can't believe it. These men are physically spent.
I feel like this would be better with better commentary.
Yeah, absolutely.
That just took what life was left out of the Undertaker. I think you're right.
Oh, I love it, Michael.
Undertaker
We're fat on Friday night, Michael.
Monsters that beat Tombstone as beating champions.
Have you ever? So on the ECW One Night Stand DVD,
And that Tombstone
there's they mic'd up JBL who was getting drunk in the stands
Amazing.
got superhuman.
and had that as a DVD extra.
Which one?
It's the best commentary JBL's ever done. Lance Storm couldn't sell out an arena if they gave away free beer with free tickets.
Undertaker realizes this is the battle of his career. And Brock
That's on his knees is just weird, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, though, genuinely, these two have great chemistry.
They do have good chemistry.
And there's
Well,
so
I say that, they have
fucking
this-
hell.
They have this one very good.
Jesus.
They have this one very good match after one where Undertaker got knocked out, and then the SummerSlam match, which is just weird. So
Jesus, fucking hoofed him in the plums.
yeah, right in the fucking tighty bojangles.
The baby takers.
The baby makers. Oh fucking hell! They've really just based it around this one bit of exposure, and it's over.
And it's over. Huh. I do like the fact, though, that they based it around that little bit.
Yeah, but a lot of the best no DQ matches are based around one small element.
Yeah.
Like take Marishima and Danielson in Ring of Honor, where they just based it around the chain.
Yeah.
We also have there's record scratches in Lesnar's theme. We don't bring that up enough.
No. I love the fact that he's just low-blowed him and he's now laughing.
How do you react when you punch someone in the nuts?
You giggle and run away.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't run away. That was his shortcoming, and he lost.
But the one thing the Undertaker always had was that Gowan, that wisdom of 25.
I like how a lot of his feud is based on kicking each other in the balls.
Yeah, a lot of it was plums.
Yeah, it's like Undertaker going, I've never really had the opportunity to low blow people.
Plum-based offense.
Unstoppable from this point forward. And in a bittersweet way, gentlemen,
Jesus, Lesnar's got a fucking massive dent in his head, hasn't he?
Okay, I can't be asked with Wyatt family running.
No,
with
the
them.
Wyatt family run in, take Undertaker, and it builds up to Survivor Series.
Yeah, because I can't be asked of you going, oh, they bugged Bray Wyatt into the ground.
They did book Bray Wyatt into the
I
ground.
don't
You
give
know
a
they
fuck.
did. You do.
I don't give half a fuck. I don't give half an actual fuck.
You do. You do
I
give a
don't.
fuck. You do.
I don't.
You do.
No, you give a fuck and you project that onto me.
It's just bullshit. That's what it is. Absolute horseshit.
It's been 5 years. Get over
I
it.
can't get over it, Chris. I can't.
Goldberg.
Oh, God. Oh, why? Oh, no. Anyway, Chris.
Hate John.
Opinion.
It's a good match. There's not really any moments of downtime. They're always moving, which is interesting considering that Brock Lesnar doesn't enjoy moving and Undertaker can't move. I think the low blows are a bit excessive. Like it's weird. Like, has the low blow as a basis for a feud ever worked? Despite the fact for as men, it's probably the most recognizable pain.
Oh yeah, it's the thing that halts all offense, no matter who you are.
Yeah, like but like only other feud that can be based around it is fucking Nakamura versus AJ, and that sucked.
Oh God, that was dreadful.
So
it wasn't bad as a one-time thing, but then when they built the entire fucking feud around it, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, and AJ's probably happy about it. You don't want more children.
I think this goes to show just what Lesnar can do when he's motivated. We listed some great matches that he's had while we were watching that, but I think he's always had a really good chemistry with Undertaker, and that really showed through here, like I said, in the subtle nuances. You know, just that moment where Lesnar's on his knees looking up at the Undertaker's expression where Lesnar kicks out of the tombstone on the exposed wood. It's great. Those near falls from the Undertaker, fantastic, because, you know, this was before WrestleMania 34 and Reigns kicked out of 6 F5s. Never forget, he kicked out of 6.
He's the big dog, Robert.
The big dog! As Ross Twaddell says.
Do we have to reference what culture? Do we really have to?
Well, no, because if I was referencing what culture, it'd be King Ross. But the big dog, I said Ross Twaddell. It's technically Cultaholic.
Are we really getting pedantic about fucking internet personalities?
Yes, I am. That is how fucking petty I am, Chris. I don't think you appreciate how petty I am.
So you can't beat me when we debate wrestling, so we're going to content creators. That's what's happening here.
Yes, 100%. What would you give this?
3 3/4 4. It's one of those matches that like are diminished when you're not in the moment.
Yeah, I think if you're invested in the feud, it's going to have more gravitas, isn't it?
Yeah, so 3 3/4 I think is a good one.
I gave it 4, so we're around the same sort of area, aren't we? Still a really, really good match. The best one they had together, do you reckon?
I mean, yeah, but that's not a stiff competition. One of them, Undertaker, wrestled with a concussion.
Yeah, literally had to go to hospital straight after.
I hate video games.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on then to our main event of the evening, which of course is Cactus Jack versus Terry Funk in the IWA King of the Deathmatch, an infamous death match. The YouTube link that we've got, the person has synced it up with the extract of Foley's autobiography, Have a Nice Day, the audiobook of it. So that's what you're going to be hearing in the commentary. We don't listen to much of the commentary anyway, so it really irrelevant to us. But anyway, seeing as, you know, you're going to be listening to our lovely voices, it's going to be irrelevant to you anyway. However, if you follow the YouTube link in the podcast description, Chris, are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Let's do this. 3, 2, 1, play.
The Kawasaki Dream, which has become better known as the King of the Deathmatch tournament, was held on August 18th.
Oh, so it's literally just the audio. He's not like talking over it. It's literally just an extract.
It's literally the audiobook.
That's going to be distracting.
Is it Foley?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and at the 10-minute mark, the ring was going to blow up.
There you go. So at 10 minutes, the ring is going to blow up.
Ooh.
Oh my God, the country music, yes!
Oh, it's getting funky.
It is getting funky.
So this is in Kawasaki Stadium.
Yes.
In Kawasaki, Japan.
Fucking hell, we cut straight to the ring.
Yeah, I think this is ripped off of VHS.
Yeah, you'd assume so, wouldn't you?
Tiger Jeet Singh. Where do I know that name from?
Tiger Jeet Singh. He was the big heel in New Japan for a while.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know what it is now. Okay.
He was feuding with Inoki.
Everyone feuded with Inoki.
Everyone did feud with Inoki, to be fair. Muhammad Ali feuded with Inoki.
Leatherface was in this Cactus Jack beat Terry Gordy in the first round.
Yep.
What's doing a one-day deathmatch tournament? How awful would that be?
This isn't one day, is it?
Yeah, this is over one.
Oh, well, look at the fucking state of Terry Funk.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Funk took on Leatherface in the first round, and then Tiger Jeet Singh in the second.
Tiger Jeet Singh doesn't strike me as a deathmatch wrestler.
I mean, you need to. It's $9.95. He needs to make money somehow.
Yeah, true. Plop. Plop.
They're good punches, man.
They are. The stiff punches. He
Terry Funk
already split his head open.
It's interesting because both these guys are best known for being good at working from underneath.
So who's going to take the lead?
Yeah, basically. Also, you know who? Also, there was an NWA title match on this. It was Dan Severn versus Tarzan Goto. Ooh. I like how we can laugh about this today because both men are still alive.
Yes.
How Terry Funk is still alive, I'll never know. How old is he now?
He must be late 70s, early 80s. Must be.
It does not say on Cage Match. He began wrestling in 1965, though.
Well, he's had about 50 in retirement ceremonies.
He hasn't... Rob, he's wrestled before Revolver came out.
Jesus.
He wrestled before Pet Sounds came out. Terry Funk lived to see Pet Sounds change the industry. So Terry Funk was present at the Summer of Love.
We fought outside and used the non-explosive boards. I even hit Terry with a half-used spool of barbed wire.
He last wrestled in 2017.
That doesn't surprise me, to be fair. I can't. I mean, I've caught myself on barbed wire climbing over a fence before and thought I was dying. So to be slammed on it or to be whipped into it, I can't imagine that.
Yeah. To be fair, I guess if you have some control of how you fall into it.
I imagine there's got to be some manner of, I don't want to say way of doing it, because I imagine it's painful no matter how you do it, but, I mean, you've seen the Sabu one, haven't you, where it literally cut his bicep out of his fucking arm?
Yeah, he wrestled in New Japan in 2010.
Who did, Sabu?
No, Funk.
Did he?
Yeah, it was Wrestle Kingdom 4.
Who the fuck did he wrestle in Wrestle Kingdom 4?
Nakanishi, Chono, Choshu, and Funk versus Abdullah the Butcher, Iizuka, Ishii, and Yano.
Oh, that just sounds like the fucking worst.
That must have been someone's retirement match.
I love the people are screaming just like, stop it. There you go. There you go.
You know what the semi-main of that was Togashi Segura versus Hiroki Goto. I imagine that
was good.
Tiger Mask versus Marufuji, Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Goji Izaki, Nakamura versus Takayama. This card looks great.
Nakamura Takayama.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wham. I'm honestly checking to see if he's ever wrestled for Inoki Gino, to be honest. But he has not. Ring of Honor, though. He wrestled for Ring of Honor.
Oh, fucking hell. There you go. Funk's on fire. Funk is on fire.
Don't get him water, let the motherfucker burn.
We don't have enough Bloodhound Gang references on this. The funk is on fire.
It's a bit niche for us.
Saw them live and they were absolutely fucking disgusting.
I imagine seeing them live is something that's either going to be the best thing ever or the worst thing ever.
No,
and it's like
they were not good live. It was them. It was the Get Happy tour. So it was Bowling for Soup, Zebrahead, and Bloodhound Gang. And Zebrahead and Bowling. Zebrahead are one of my favourite bands ever. Bowling for Soup. Bowling for Soup were fantastic. It's actually the show that's recorded for their live DVD.
So we might be able to find Robert Goodwin in the crowd.
You can actually see me. There's a couple of points you can see me. You can also see me in the Aerosmith DVD.
You can see me in the front row of ICW Progress and WCPW. or like the only gigs I've ever been to that have been fucking films, Transmit and Summer Sessions, and I'm the only film people write up front for them. So
yeah. I'm in when Don Broco do the T-shirt song, the video for the T-shirt song. I am also there.
Huh. No, but it's good for you.
Thank you. Shout out to Don Broco. They are amazing.
Yeah. He's had Bowling for Soup for visionaries behind the song Alexa Bliss.
Oh god, that is a fucking shit song.
What can more girls be like? It's like we had a different idea for the song, but we realised we'd written in too many.
Yeah, too many syllables.
So we're like, instead of doing the natural thing of changing the lyrics, because the world needed the line, why can't more girls be like Alexa Bliss?
Of course,
like quite frankly, she's a demon now. I don't want more people to be demons. Keeping kayfabe alive here on PodMania.
I was victorious in my first match with Terry Gordy, even after suffering a powerbomb on 10,000.
There's not a lot to say here because we're kind of just doing shit.
Yeah, oh my god, was that on?
What was that on?
Gee, seen Foley's arm. Fucking hell.
Yeah, to be fair, these two have had 2 other death matches tonight.
I know, but it looks really deep.
When I landed at JFK the next day,
This would be post-ear, won't it?
I shook his hand.
Yeah, wasn't that 93? It was WCW, and Foley wasn't wrestling for WCW in 95.
Yes. Oh yeah, because he'd be in WWE next year when
he debuted 96. He was in ECW at the moment, I think.
Well, I think it'll be ECW like a bit after this then.
Yeah. He debuted in the Fed, I think, either the day after In Your House or the day after Mania 12, and I can't remember what it was.
I think it's the day after Mania. That seems like a post-Mania thing.
It does, yeah. Though there is the famous story where he was under the ring for one show because they told him he was going to debut, and then they just didn't. He didn't debut, so he was under the ring for an entire 2 hours for no reason.
Okay, but how was he going to know he had to debut?
He apparently had a little monitor underneath. Bruce Pritchard tells a story, and it's great.
So that's so mean. Poor Foley. How is Foley like so nice?
Is that a brick?
Cinder block, yeah. That's an actual brick too. It didn't break.
No.
Yeah, he just bricked Terry Funk. I'm getting recommended iCarly clips on YouTube. Why am I getting recommended iCarly clips?
iCarly.
To be fair, I used to watch that as a kid.
Yeah, it's different watching it when you're a kid than when you're 27.
I'm not 27.
How old are you?
24.
Sorry, fuck off, Chris.
What? You asked me how old I was and I told you how old I am.
Yeah, you don't have to rub it in though, do you fucking prick?
I didn't rub it in. You haven't taken turning 30 very well, have you?
I've felt 30 since I was 15, mate.
And although I hadn't made nearly as much money as I had with the big company, I had actually saved more of it. I didn't need anybody, and I could make my own schedule, and I loved it.
Well, there you go. Foley's just said he was making his own schedule, so he definitely wasn't with any of the big companies. Well, figure 4 in a death match.
I mean, like, do you think death matches are just all big spots?
Yes, that's 100% what I think they are.
Right, you need to watch more death matches.
I really don't. I thought that they're interference, really? Who the hell is this guy?
Is that Tiger Ali Singh?
Is that a samurai sword?
No, I think that's just a club. I don't think
okay.
he's. I don't think he'd have a head about the samurai sword. I think that's kind of the
that's
point.
what I was thinking. Yeah. Oh, it is Tiger Ali. Not Tiger Ali Singh. Tiger Jeet Singh, is it?
Yeah, Tiger Ali Singh's the guy from Dirty Ref in it.
That's what I thought. Oh, Jesus.
I just want to see the fucking ring explode.
Oh.
Actually, we don't need to explode out. It's probably going to be.
I hate
We had one
watching
man
people peel
in the
themselves
ring
off barbed wire. That's so grim.
My heart was racing as we faced him.
Should I show you a glass match?
Nah, you're alright, mate.
Finally, when the announcer started his
Tam did
10-second countdown,
death matches.
Tam did do death matches, and I feel really weird about that, just because she's, you know, the whole cutest in the universe thing.
7,
Oh.
6. Terry tried to stand but fell back.
5.
1,
The fans
2,
were screaming his name.
no.
5, 4.
Oh, here we go.
3. And yes, they do count in English in Japan. I don't know why. No matter what happened, how long it took, I was going to have Terry kick out of my panic time. He would be known forever as
They
the
count in
guy
English in
who
Japan, I
died.
don't know why. Oh no.
2, 1. The 4 explosions that went off. looked like
Why'd you cut away from the ring?
What the fuck?
I felt the whole
I think the pyro went wrong.
Terry just stood up with his arms out to his side as if to say, hey, it's not my fault. I tried
Well,
my
that was
best to
shit.
think of a way to save the match.
Yeah, look at
Pretty
Punk.
much only one
Funk
solution.
is furious, isn't he?
Injuries were about to pile up.
I need to show you Onita versus
Oh no,
Terry
hang on,
Funk.
it hasn't finished yet.
It was really just a setup. He lifted me slowly in the air and then dropped me backward on the remaining explosive board. Ba-boom!
He is literally. Sorry, listening to Foley's commentary is great. The sound effects are doing baboo.
Directly underneath my arm. I felt like I'd been
Seriously, I need to.
I should have stayed down forever, but I was.
I am adding a match, and I think I know what I'm adding for my next match. Actually, was one of mine picked? No, they weren't. Son of a bitch.
No, both these were mine.
Dick.
But they're both good matches, so only good matches again.
Yeah, but I want to show you Onita versus Terry Funk. You know that bit that Eddie Kingston did, and it didn't land properly because the ring was shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That, but it worked. It's amazing.
We have a ladder. Because that's what we need in this death match that's had explosions and barbed wire. We need a ladder.
Yeah, obviously.
As Terry turned, I charged him, and the impact of his head was so
Oh my
severe that I
God.
felt somewhat guilty. I got over it.
Jesus. Suplex the ladder.
What are you going to do? Suplex Punk?
That's true. The man is dying. Look at the fucking state of him.
Man has been dying since 1965.
Seriously,
I still
Funk,
can't over-
just stay down, mate.
He has been wrestling.
Set up the ladder to the side of the phone.
Well, who did he wrestle in 1965? Doug Gilbert and Renee
Too close to
Golette.
land on it, so I
Gross.
gave him a boot that
They
moved
sound-
him over.
They sound like pricks.
I ascended to the 5th step, about 6 feet in the air.
Killer Carl Knox.
The blood was really flowing.
Has Foley ever wrestled for
Jesus.
nobody?
Oh my God, look at Foley's face.
Oh my.
Jesus.
I stepped from the ladder and dropped a perfect elbow on Terry.
He is Crimson Masked.
Oh my God.
Terry was really hurting now.
It's alright, Rob. Just 5 more minutes and we can watch each
His
other.
eyes. I tried to talk to him, but his mumbling was incoherent.
This match does drag a bit, doesn't it?
It does a little bit, but the listening to Foley's commentary is actually really interesting. Hearing his insights into like the fact that Terry Funk is proper struggling at this point.
I felt like the guy in the old F Troop Ford as I felt the
Oh my God. No.
You picked this match.
No. Disagree. Absolutely would not want to take that.
So, bad news.
He was down in his back again. It was obviously
Foley has not wrestled for the Inoki Genome Federation.
I could have told you that.
Or
One,
PCW.
2, 3. That was definitely 3, Funk. That was 100%. There we go. There we go. And that's that. Chris, what do you think of that?
I think that's a match very much boasted by people who haven't seen it.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, the legendary Foley death matches in Japan.
I know
And
what you
then
mean.
have that, and it's just a bit shit in it. I don't know. I need to show you the actual Onita, like the Onita Terry Funk match, because that's actually the good one.
This isn't bad. The unfortunate thing is that they were scuppered by the ending that was supposed, the whole ring exploding by the fact that it was a wet fart. Pardon me. And you're right. This match has been built up by so many people as this horrendously violent match. And it is awful at times. I mean, you ought to see the state of Foley's face by the end. But it's not grotesque. You know, you look at some of the shit that, obviously, I don't particularly condone people going through fucking sheets of glass and shit.
I do.
And, you know, the explosions, fucking hell, in the face of Foley was just... bleh. But
it would be better if it was a light tube.
Yeah, stop saying the word light tube to try and get it over.
Light tube.
Yeah, it did meander a bit towards the end. I feel like they were just sort of running out of ideas towards the end. What would you give it, Chris?
2.75. Like, there's a lot of good stuff in it, but it's not good.
Yeah, I gave it 3. It started off as 3.5, then went down to 3.25, and now I'm thinking 3. I'm giving it 3, and I know this is a really potentially stupid thing to do, but I'm giving it 3 simply because of the amount of torture they put themselves through. I mean, that spot where they fell off the ladder onto the barbed wire, absolutely fucking not. The mask that Foley's sporting, the huge gash in his fucking arm, the fact that Terry Funk is knocked basically completely loopy. You know, they both deserve credit. And for doing a one-day deathmatch tournament, nah, you're all right, mate. Absolutely not. However, that is the end of our podcast today. Thank you so much for listening. We really do appreciate it. Go and subscribe to the podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Go and check out the website, www.podmania.co.uk, where you can check out all of our archive podcast episodes from our many podcasts, as well as our match ratings for matches like the 2 we've watched tonight. You can check out us on Twitter at PodMania, on Facebook, PodMania Podcasts. If you want, you can buy us a coffee on Coffee. The link is in the podcast description. You can talk to me on Twitter at RealRobGoodwin. Chris, where can they find you?
In the corner selling drugs.
Okay, sure. And we'll see you guys same time, same place next week.
You've been listening to the PodMania Pro Wrestling Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at PodMania, Facebook at PodMania Podcasts, and YouTube and Instagram at Real PodMania. And check out the website, podmania.co.uk. Until next time, wrestling fans.